Hey guys, this is Chris. I'm doing a follow-up video because now my plant has taken off since the last cutting that I did in the transplanting. So this time I'm going to show you exactly how to make more plants from one plant. I have my scented geranium, also known as the Mosquito Plant. You'll have to forgive the lawnmower outside because today it's time to mow the lawn. Anyway, I have the Mosquito Plant here. And what you're going to do in order to make this one plant into multiple plants is first get out some scissors, make sure that you have some rooting hormone that I picked up at Walmart, a glass of water. Now first, before I start, I've already watered the plant a little bit. You don't want to water the plant while you have the rooting hormone on. If you have the rooting hormone on it, it's going to wash away into the plant and then it's not going to be able to take root as effectively. So, first thing you do is you identify where you're going to cut it. Now, you'll notice at the top it's kind of flimsy. You don't want it where it's flimsy. You're going to want it where it's firm. So being I found a nice firm spot here, I'm going ahead and cut this. So I've cut that. Now, in order for it to take root efficiently, you're going to want to take off the extra leaves because that's where all the other energy is going. Also, I'm mentioning that I'm taking and making my second plant more like a tree. This one, I want it to be more like a bush. So what I'm doing is I'm going to keep it short. So I'll take those off. And now you can see it has these. And what you do is you're just going to trim them back a little bit. Just like that. Cut here. Cut here. Another cut here. I'm going to leave these ones just to gather maximum sunlight. Take these little shoots off. Now initially your plant is going to go into shock. So that's not uncommon, it's just because it's being taken out of its home, which is inside the pot. Now you take the end of this and you're going to cut it at a 45-degree angle. Just like that. And then I'm going to take it and place it in my cup of water. So now while that's set, the next step you need to do is make sure that the soil forms a kind of a mound. I'll go ahead and take you through this. A little more light. There we go. So, now what I've done already is I've taken some leaves. I've been just collecting dead leaves here and there and putting them down here, sort of a compost. Now what you're doing is you're going to form a bit of a mound so that it's lower around it. Like so. And then just put a small hole in it. Right here. Just like that. And that's where you're going to plant the new plant. Let that soak a little bit longer. And like I said, this one is going to be the bush. So the other one I'm going to try and grow like a tree. So I may pick up a trellis like my friend Tanya suggested and wrap all of what is this tree-like structure, which isn't this one is going to be the bush. This is the bush. You can see the red pot. The other one, the green pot, is going to be the tree. But I'm just showing you as an example. And I'm going to weave it in and out of the trellis and try and get it as big as possible. So now that that's been soaking, I'm going to take my rooting hormone And you just take the moistened end here and just dip it in there. Knock it off a little bit, like so. And now, you just push it firmly down in the hole. And then cover it up. Now as it grows, what I've done is I've taken sticks and just straightened them up so that it'll start growing upward. But that's going to be more prominent in the tree one that I'm going to try. And this is going to be the bush. So now in order to make the bush, what you have to do is you have to continue trimming down here. Now as you can see, I have done that quite excessively. And what you do is you see these little parts, you just break those off. So you got another one here. You just break them off. And keep taking these little bad boys off. And as you get lower, you start breaking more and more of these off, because what will happen, as you can see right here, that's a new leaf that's forming. And I got 1, 2, 3 growing off of that. You can see here 1, 2, 3. And you can even see this one. Tiny, tiny little guy. So you just break off the old ones and new ones will sprout. So get that right off there. And you can see all the way up the plant quite a few of these little guys. Anyway, I'm going to continue cutting and see how far we get. So now remember, when you're cutting, be sure to cut not where it's floppy. You want it where it's firm. So again, I'm cutting. Here's my other one. Now understand that I'm making multiple plants from what started out as just 2 plants. Take these off. And I'm actually going to save these to put in my other plant, just so that it has more minerals to it. A couple of these little new guys. Cut these off. Like so. Like I said, this is just to concentrate the energy down here where you're going to need it. Then take the end again and cut it at a 45-degree angle. Let that soak in the water. I'm just going to continue on. Now also, I've been growing this with a little bit of I'm not sure if it's Miracle Grow, but I got it from my grandpa, and he uses it with his spider plants, and he has many spider plants, like, I don't know, somewhere around the neighborhood of about 20, 25. And as far as I know, he's doing it off of just like a few plants. So he's not buying new plants, he's using the existing plants, much like I'm trying to do here. So again, I've got it firm here, and floppy here. So I'm going to cut it where it's firmest. Take these guys off. I actually seem to have broken it. Oh. So again, 45-degree angle cut. Cut a few of the leaves in the top. Throw that in the water. I'm cutting the leaves again. Dip that guy in the water. Now I've taken off a considerable amount of the plant here, but this gives me a little bit more access to the bottom and allows me to check for dead leaves. As they start to brown, I just throw them out right there in that little pile of what's going to be some compost. The real challenge is going to be doing my other one, because my other one I've cut quite a few leaves off the bottom and it is rather thick and hard to get to. Alright, now I'm just going to make a couple more finger holes. Dip these guys in the rooting hormone. As you can see, good generous amount there. Stick that guy here. Make sure it's nice and packed so he's gonna grow up straight. Take the smallest one. Don't need a lot. Push him right down here. See, my night crawler's already starting to come out. They don't know what's going on. New neighbors, guys, new neighbors. Go ahead and stick that guy right in the hole. Try and make sure it's as straight as possible. Get out of the way, worm. Trying to work. And that's how you do it, folks. This has been Chris, and I'll be posting this to YouTube and Facebook. Thanks for watching.